Hello folks and welcome back to the workshop. In this episode we're going to build a steel base for my big workbench. Before we do that, I've got a couple of things to show you. One is this set of stickers that arrived from Nigel at Go Create Hobby Machine Shop. Thanks Nigel for the stickers. Nigel's got another small channel a bit like mine. He does a lot more machining than me, so you better go and check him out. He's really good at what he does. The second item was this. This is a digital Shahi metric and imperial micrometer that my friend Jeff gave to me. Jeff's given me lots of things in the past and he's really helped me get started with my workshop. This is surplus to requirements though, so I'm going to give this away when I reach 1,500 subscribers, which is very close. We'll wait till I get to that number and then there'll be an announcement video and I'll give you instructions on how to enter, and I'll send this anywhere in the world. All you got to do is enter. In the meantime, let's build a steel base for this workbench. The vast majority of this project is sawing and welding, so there's a few shots of the sawing to start with. All of this is salvage material apart from a few pieces. Some of it's very salvaged and needs a lot of rehabbing, heavy rust and old paint. I've been using oven cleaner to get paint off. And it works quite well. The blue painted bits are obviously the new bits. Because I want a bare or clear finish on the end result, I want to take the blue paint off too. I ran out of oven cleaner, so I went back to paint stripper. And that's the stretchers all cleaned off. They're looking good. The legs are not so great, they're still a bit rusty. So I gave the ends where they're going to be welded a real good clean using a wire brush. I've got some more dirt and paint off with acetone. And off camera I gave them a go with the stripping disc as well, which took a bit more of the corrosion off. I'm not worried about rust that's on the far inside, but I don't want rust on the edges of the inside because that's going to interfere with my welds and stop them being a clean weld. So here's everything de-rusted and de-painted. Now it's time to get everything aligned and start tacking things together. I'm really pleased I made this welding square. It's made a big difference to how easy it is to put square frames together. Those green spacer blocks are to hold the joint in alignment. They create the correct offset in the corner. Just check those offsets. And these are all nice and square and straight so far, so that's good. I'm not a master welder, but these won't fall apart. This is trimming a spacer to hold the frames parallel and square. And there's a spacer underneath that stretcher there that you can see as well. That's just designed to hold things in the right place.
Everything nice and square, so let's get those tacked. And those are tacked and they're still square, so that's great. The frame's getting heavy now. Whoa, oh, nearly lost it. Just a quick sanity check before we fully weld this out. I did that welding off camera because it was very similar to what we did before. This is just a fusion weld, which means we're not adding any filler. We're just melting the edges together where they stand. Marking out for holes. And I think my spot drill needs a visit to the grinder. You can see these flexing in the vise a little bit, but that's not important. It's just because the piece is overhanging and it's not got milled edges on it. So I'm just using the mill as a drill press, really. Here's me deburring, and you can see I actually turned 2 of those holes into slots to allow for wood movement. I didn't film that bit. Degreasing the plates, ready for welding. And tacking into place. And these will be fusion welded as well. I forgot to put the welding lens in front of the camera for these shots, so hopefully I haven't damaged it. There's a heavy top and a heavy base, and together they're going to be even more heavy. Just checking the offsets, make sure it's all centered. And poke some lag bolts in from below. Got tired of the ratchet and decided to use the impact gun. And that's it. Thank you for watching. There's obviously more to do, a vise and some storage underneath, but I've now got a very heavy table that's good for working on. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers.